It's a split level house. The bees are actually going in between the bricks and going up into that little space right there with that. Looks like a 1x12. But they're going up in between where the mortar joints are at on the brick, so I won't really know what we got till we get open in it. So let's see what we can do with this. I got to get the rest of my equipment out. Just a little prep work before we get to do this cut out. I always try to put a couple rubber bands on each one of the frames. When I got the comb in my hand, I can go ahead and do what I got to do with it. And we ain't got to fumble for rubber bands and all that other stuff. Well, closed it up best I could. They're going to have to replace that board because it's rotten at the top. Probably best case scenario to replace the whole entire board, but that's where the bees was at. I got a few little stragglers I got to vacuum up, but split level house in between the rafters, and the bees are in the box. Well, I was going to video the whole entire thing, but I forgot to get my camera out, so what I did was I took the box off of the vacuum cleaner and put it on top of the frame, and now I'm just making sure that the combs didn't shift during the ride home, because I was 45 minutes from the house. So I'm pulling the frames out, making sure that they're the comb that's in there is straight, that way they don't bit it all off crazy, and I'm just going to put it back together and let them start orienting through the box. I had the queen clipped in the queen clip, and she's in the I'm gonna put her in the middle of the hive. That way the bees will take care of her. I'm gonna leave her in there for probably 2 days and then let her out. That way to make sure that the bees start bringing in comb stuff and they're less likely to leave when you do something like that. And see how the bees are standing on top and they're fanning. And they're more kind of in the center right there because that's where the queen's at. She's actually right in there, and that's where they're mostly fanning at. I'm going to put the top on this and they should go to the front of the hive and start fanning. That way we can get all these bees back in the box and they can kind of orient and figure out where they're at. What we got, my bottom, or my thing my hive sitting on, it's a vented bottom board. Yeah, my bottom, or the thing my hive sitting on is a vented bottom, so I just took some bees out of the thing and shook them on the front to try to get some up front or on the in the entrance fanning, so the bees will kind of start gravitating that way. That's the reason why I put all this stuff around the bottom of it. That's one of the disadvantages to a vented hive, is the bees sometimes when they're just coming in, they kind of have to figure out where they need to go, and sometimes under it's where they figure out they do want to go. But these bees are good bees. I got stung twice today, and that's because I actually mashed a bee. So if I hadn't mashed any bees today, I wouldn't have got stung. So this is going to be a real good colony, I do believe. We'll just have to wait and see. So this is the end result. Most time you just see videos of the people doing the cutouts. You never really see what happens when they get home. So this is a little video on that. Hope everybody's doing good. Alright, we had a change of plans. I put a solid bottom board on there because a lot of them were getting up under it. So as you can see, some of them are getting under there and starting to put their little butts in the air and fan. That's just signaling to everybody that this is where the queen's at, and this is where we're located at now. So as you can see, the bees are slowly starting to trickle back in. For some reason they're landing right there. They're going up the side of the bottom board and going on in. That's like a little mini march. So I'll keep doing some updates on this hive, but for right now, this is where they're going to be at. They're, like I said, they're really good bees, really good calm bees. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe.